So here, for example, I will start the design of the circuit using a 7408 and the inputs 1 and 2 for A and B and the output in pin number 3. Okay? Then I will use also in the same integrated circuit, I will use the second gate with the inputs 4 and 5 for A and C and the output in pin number 6. Okay? For the third end circuit, I will use the inputs 9 and 10 for C and B, and I will use the output 8. Okay? Don't forget that this circuit requires to be energized using the pin 14 for the positive 5 volts of the power supply and the pin number 7 for the ground. Okay? Then after you have these three products, A times B, A times C, and B times C, that are in pins 3, 6, and 8. We are going really to connect them. For example, here I'm going to use a 7432, which is an OR gate, where I'm going to input the E and the product of A times B. So I'm going to use the pins 1 and 2 for these two inputs, and I'm going to use the pin number 3 for the output. Okay? So same thing with the product of AC. I'm going to send it to the input number 4 in the second gate in the 7432, and to the input 5 to have the output in pin number 6. So as you can see here, I'm writing the pin numbers in each line. So at the time that I go to do the wiring, it will be easy for me just to do the connection between the pin 3 of the 7408 to the pin 2 of the 7432. Okay? So the third OR gate that we are going really to use is we are going to have these two outputs in another OR. We are going really to have we are going to use the inputs number 9 and 10, and we are going to have the output in 8. Okay? Here, don't forget also that the 7432 will require to be energized in pin 14 and grounded in pin 7. Okay? From the output of the third gate in the 7432, we are going to connect to a LED, and we are going really to use from the other side of the LED, we are going really to connect to a resistor. We can use a 330 ohms, for example, and from the other side of the resistor, we are going really to connect to ground. The idea in using the LED is for us to check when the LED goes on, means that we have an output. When the LED stays not really on, we are going really to have no signal for the experiment. Okay? So this is the final work in this design. So this design again required 3 7408 gates, which means we need only one integrated circuit, and 3 OR gates, which is the 7432. So we will require also one integrated circuit 7432. Okay?